Mr. Pudge. It's not something you always think about. Kind of cool. Well,
but he's super high offensive. That's why I like him too.
And as I'm looking at it, they are going to end up going in the Omni Slash down, and unfortunately, Weeha thought he was going to be a little bit safe with that. That's going to end up being the case. The Haste Rune is now going to run down Misery. He's in a lot of trouble. Is he going to be able to deny himself here? Aggressive is definitely going. There's the Surge away, and it's going to be fine. All right, that was close.
Okay, well, so much for Death Prophet defensive, or like turn around when they have Spirit Siphon, but the meter might be too much. Smoke.
Well, gonna come in now. Zhao Wei in trouble, hexed up for the moment, and they are gonna be able to find him, possibly looking for the Earth Spike. He actually had already used it, and now Oracle is here as well. He's gonna get turned upon. Misery falls, and there's no way to actually turn this back around.
Sep, what a player with that stun.
Oh my god, that was good stuff. Zhao Wei almost went down there. They are going to jump forward a bit further. Rolling Boulder not going to connect, and that is going to be another one. MMY takes him down, trying to find the kill. Really good Fortune's Head. Oh, MMY really making this work for himself, but might end up paying for it nonetheless. Trying to run, slowed, and they are going to be able to get him out. Nice look as well for Misery comes out, so they get another one, and September is finally going to fall. And it looks like LGD just flew a little bit too close to the sun with that.
Yeah, a lot of sick plays from both teams right there. Nice hook. I don't know if he knew that.
Be-all, end-all late game carry?
Not when they have an Invoker on the opposite team.
Okay.
Still pretty even, I would say. Depends on how farmed Death Prophet is, I actually think is the biggest question. Invokers and Juggernauts and Spectres usually get their farm, but Death Prophet sometimes you'll see fall off really quickly.
They found a pretty easy one right there. They are going to end up throwing out the Haunt now in September. Also is going to be jumped upon. MMY trying to get out. They need to make room there. Misery not quite going to be able to hit the hook onto Maybe. And you see that it's a one-for-one exchange as they did take out the Lion but lost the Earth Spirit.
Not bad. That moment with Haunt used, but perhaps he could have waited for the Haunt to see exactly where the heroes were. But they really wanted the Invoker kill. Yeah. And they didn't get it, so that's...
Oh, going in again. Fairy Fire on the ground. I thought that was a bigger item, but Resolution, they might be able to get it now. Sunstrike, they get it. So that's the kill you were talking about. Now September falls as well. So yeah, 2 gone.
Ward, a lot of value from that. Now the LGD knows that they have the ward, but the damage has already been done. They already lost what 3 heroes I think from that. Yeah, Oracle, Earth Spirit, and Invoker, and that top side's down. And they might get the D ward now, but yeah.
Shell on the Spectre too. This is the other nice little bit of damage that they're dealing, and it does feel like it's at least starting to coalesce into a strong combination as they're going to roll in onto Resolution. Might be in some trouble. Omni Slash is there as well as the Sunstrike, and that's going to be a dead Spectre. So as soon as I start talking about him, he ends up dying. I'm sorry, Rezo.
Yeah, that's one of the worst deaths that you can give at the moment. I guess slightly worse would be Death Prophet with their ulti on, but... that's still not good. They can get a return kill with the Haunt, and LGD have to be very careful about that. They do see a lot of heroes grouped up on the bottom. Their Observer Ward just got dewarded, so they have to know that there are a lot of heroes here.
Good hook.
Overkill. Oh my goodness. Finger and Dismember.
Well,
but they might make the Haunt play pretty soon. They have Exorcism. LGD, they have to be very careful in this particular juncture.
Feels like if Aggressive is going to spin in towards them. And Chronosphere dropped, but it caught Aggressive, and Soxka's still alive for the moment. Hex trying to run away, and is going to get surged out of there. They're not going to be able to find him. Can they actually get away with everybody else, though? Moo might end up paying with his life, as there's the hook away, still alive for the moment. Misery ends up coming into the midst of that, and they end up being able to take off the Darkseer. Misery trying to get out, but there's just no way.
They're not really getting too much from the Haunts. That was a very nice sacrifice by the Oracle to save Juggernaut. Juggernaut was super... so it still surprisingly went pretty well for LGD.
It does look like now they're going to wrap around onto Aggressive. Didn't quite get the silence, and now just an Omni Slash getting tanked by everybody into the spin, and that's going to be a killed Lion with the Oracle. They don't hit the Sunstrike. Misery's still getting ran down. Oh man, that was not the way that needed to go.
That is not the way it needed to go. And Juggernaut is one of the better counters to Pudge because of the low cast point on spin. If you're very fast, which you should be if you realize you're
big, if they can actually make it happen, and They're going to end up going for a hook first. They pull out one. That's a pretty good one with Maybe. He's going to get jumped upon, but immediately false promise. Aggressive is there as well. They need to be a little bit careful. Chronosphere drops, hits on Asaxka right on the edge, as well as Weehaw. In a lot of trouble. Can he actually get out of there? Oh, Finger of Death comes out, and now the Omni Slash being tanked by everybody, but it's not nearly enough. Mechanism is already down, and they are going to be able to hook out Resolution. Oh my goodness. Misery keeping his buddy alive, but they did end up still losing the other 2 cores.
Oof, almost one more.
Was close. Good wraparound if they're capable of finding it. Haunt is still available. They're looking, but I feel like LGD might realize that this is happening. Do they actually go for it? Wii pops Exorcism. There's the Haunt, and now looking for an escape. They catch MMY, actually, except September, excuse me.
I am mega lagging.
On the bottom side, they've been able to control MMY. I'm still here for the moment, at least. Occasionally we do end up running into those issues. So they kill off the 2 supports with Haunt and Exorcism used in the immediate run towards Roshan.
I lagged so hard at the start of the fight, I have no idea what happened. I saw Earth Spirit just die and then Oracle just disappear.
That's essentially what happened.
Always like generally in a buddy system, they're clumping together so that they don't take a lot of desolate damage.
And mid lane, they're going to be able to burst down this line in just a second. Nice hook out, so he's still alive for the moment, and things going a little bit better. Aggressive is going to jump on top of Misery, but end up being able to throw out the Exorcism now from Weehaw. He ends up getting the Mechanism, healing him a little bit more, and trying to turn this background into their favor. Resolution is going to end up being just be forced away. They don't hit the hook either, so not going to be able to pull Maybe back in towards this. A vacuum, the reinitiation from September, Magnetize, Abound. They throw out a pretty good Earth Spike, but not quite enough damage. Resolution has fallen so low, and he is going to die, but they are still turning this back around into their favor. A little bit. They bought back on the Invoke. This could be rough. Oh man. Sunstrike not hitting. Aegis still intact. Misery right click to death. He's trying to run into the Roche pit, but triple kill now. My goodness. Maybe just all over it.
Yeah. LGD are
now on the tier 3s in the barracks as well. They jump onto maybe a pretty good Earth Spike, and that's the Aegis down. Can they find anything else here? The Juggernaut is still in the area, as is the Oracle. They pop the BKB, gonna run right into the midst of all of them. Weehaw taking a ton of damage. The Omni Slash kills him off. That's a dieback, and honestly, he's just gonna be able to run through Moo as well. That is gonna be a Force Staff away. Resolution taking a good bit of damage, and Cold Snap, they are gonna get a pretty nice vacuum wall, but it's not enough, and Aggressive pulled out, but not gonna end up being able to be brought down. They are going to run away with Moo, but everybody's out for LGD. They killed off the Invoker. I'm not sure if that's good enough, though.
Are you getting lags?
Yes.
In team fights?
Yeah, okay. I am. I'm getting a good bit of it. It's a struggle, not gonna lie. Misery ends up getting the deny. But Saxka maybe gonna die. 17 HP. Oh, Aggressive, not gonna be able to find him. Alright, he escapes. He's gone. But still.
His arms, sometimes they pop his BKB off. It's not completely immune to that sort of initiation.
Weehaw down here in the top lane is maybe just going to end up going down. He's going to end up trying to TP back home, and meanwhile the jump forward, the Chronosphere solo for the Lion, and that's going to end up being a quick kill going his way. DP in the Fountain is going to be fine for the moment. Vacuum back, wall as well. The Haunt's coming out, maybe going to be able to take him down here, although in the midst of all of this, Resolution is just not doing as that much damage, and oh, the BKB as well as the Omni, not enough.
What an Omni jump. That creep MVP.
Oh, they pull back September, trying to take him out. They're also going to be able to block the Rolling Boulder. The Sunstrike kill, though. Oh, Misery is just so not tough right here. Does not have enough life.
Wow, he lucked out so hard with that Omni bounce.
It just hit the one creep, right?
It did hit the one creep. And
they are going to throw out a Fate's Edict, keeping Xiaowei alive for the moment. Aggressive turns on to Resolution. The Guardian Greaves are going to keep him a little bit more healthy, maybe getting mana drained, but they haven't been able to find the kill. BKB top, turn around. Resolution Force Staffed away for the moment, and they now go back in with the extras, and Resolution is going to die. Does he have buyback right now? They do, but they really don't want to pop that if they can afford not to. Xiaowei jumped upon again. Another Fate's Edict, keeping this guy healthy. And now Aggressive just continuing to run at them. DC in a heck of a lot of trouble. They go for the Yule Scepter lift up and is just not going to be able to survive through it. Saxka, the Lion, trying to do anything at all possible. Buyback by the DP, but they're not buying back on the Spectre yet. There it is. I don't know if they can stop this, though.
We talked about LGD making small positional mistakes, but it's DC that are ones that are just constantly slightly at a point in time where I thought that DC would take a huge lead over LGD.
Oh, and Aggressive here, sort of the gatekeeper. They possibly can make something happen here. Misery, can they find him? There is the Hex as well as the Impale coming out, and Aggressive pops the BKB. They just turn back around. Chronosphere only hits on a Misery, and September is actually caught in it as well. Soxa throws out the Finger of Death. They buy back immediately on the Pudge. Buybacks all across the board. Maybe standing tall in the midst of all of them, and Aggressive is going to fall. Sunstrike not quite hitting Resolution. Able to walk away from that one, so pieces are going back into the favor of DC a little bit. Zhao Wei controlled and killed off. Now September just trying to escape. He does have another Rolling Boulder, but they can probably block his way, and they are going to be able to do that. Good play by Moo. Suddenly, 4 heroes dead from LGD, and that was a couple buybacks expended as well.
Yep, they use a scan to find the positioning of the supports. Aggressive was the gatekeeper, but they actually had all the spells they needed to. They got the Hex off on the Juggernaut, and then the False Promise came off, and then Juggernaut's BKB came out, and then everyone got Chrono.
Oh, he used Ghost Walk. Alright, he might be dead. There's the Earth Spike coming through, and they do have the control for him. The False Promise keeping him alive for the moment. The Ice Wall also dropped now. Misery in a lot of trouble. He might just end up going down. Another Deafening Blast!
God.
Maybe is too big. Resolution drops. Oh, wow. And now they end up being able to take down that Darkseer as well. Holy hell.
Holy cow. Maybe best Invoker in China, hands down. Oh my god, that was disgusting.
All right. Well, it was essentially almost a 1v4. He's going for more. Oh, Sock's gonna run away. They blink over to the side there, so is not gonna be able to catch it. He went down. They might find him here. It doesn't look like it. This guy, Mr. Invoker.
Oh my god, that was incredible.
They throw out another Earth Spike, and the Vacuum Wall combination. Soxa getting right-click down. Can they kill off this Invoker? It doesn't look like it as of yet, and on the other side, Aggressive is just going to keep on hitting. Good game gets called. It felt for a moment.
Someone has to make a highlight of that. That was godly by Invoker. What on earth? He just, like, 1v... He was 1v3 in the pit. He knocked them out of the pit and then just solos Roche while they're just standing by dumbfounded up the hill like, oh wait, why?